is Max Körbächer. I'm founder and cloud native advisor at Liquid Reply, based in Germany, and helping people to understand a little bit the cloud native world, open source, how does it all work, how do I get from all these cool classic tools and applications towards a cloud native world where everything is moving continuously in shape and running around a little bit too fast sometimes. So my talk was about the WebAssembly, or WASM in short, and how to build your own cloud platform out of it. A cloud platform is sometimes a little bit too big phrase, but as soon as you utilize and can utilize a lot of APIs around it and automate practically the tools at which you get, either from the cloud native environment, but also from different other implementations, then you come very close and very fast to the situation that you can build and implement your own cloud environments. So it's important to understand what is the value for WebAssembly, because some people might imagine that it's going to replace all of the containers, but it isn't. So part of my talk is about to show what is WebAssembly. It is fast, it's secure, it's a little sandbox on the one hand side, but also what it isn't. It's not the answer to everything. It's not going to replace containers, it's not going to replace Kubernetes. It's more like an extension to what we have, just with a little bit more speed, with a little bit more security. WebAssembly itself is not necessarily the new Docker. Also, there's this very famous statement about that if the WebAssembly would be a little bit more earlier invented, then Docker wouldn't never be invented. However, I see it more like a very efficient sister couple. So there was just a recent release around it, which allows to run a Docker container and a WebAssembly container side by side in the same context, in the same pod. So this shows pretty much how strong they together can be, because it's like Docker enables to utilize the whole ecosystem which is there, while WebAssembly can really focus on just build and provide a sandbox for just the application functionality and provide value through that. So the adoption is kind of interesting. We see it at the moment a lot in the large enterprises, mainly in the R&D environments, to find out where they can use it, what are the right cases, thinking about edge, thinking about a little more critical infrastructure where running a container itself is maybe not the best idea. So there we see a lot of gaining speed and putting more and more efforts into it. And this is not a recent development. This is something which we see already 2-3 years back, where the ecosystem itself was not so strong. In the user space, especially in the development part, it's also something which I highlight partially in my talk, is that what we see that slowly the developer community is adopting through it and trying more and more out of it and try to understand it and how to utilize it. But what is also interesting is the perspective of Web3, because in Web3 technologies, a lot of them utilize WASM. They maybe name it differently, but it's still a containered, sandboxed environments that utilize the same processes of putting the applications into a secure runtime.